Not everyone has a ton of money to invest in a gaming notebook. Starting at $899.99, the Acer Nitro 5 is a budget gaming laptop that can play most games, although not always at the high settings. This year's design is a bit more plain than some of years past, focusing less on the stereotypical red and black gaming aesthetic for a more toned-down look that can pass just about anywhere. If only Acer didn't put so much bloatware on this machine. It may be subsidizing the cost a bit, but all those extras make the laptop feel cheaper than it is. But if you're willing to do some uninstalling, the Acer Nitro 5 delivers a strong value that puts it on our list of best gaming laptops under $1,500. Design. That's not to say there's no gamer red. There's a hint of it on the venting at that back, but nothing ostentatious. The 15.6-inch, 1080p screen is surrounded by a moderate bezel, with a chunky bit on the bottom. Whenever Acer updates this design, I hope it considers a more contemporary 16:10 aspect ratio with less of a chin under the display. The palm rest and deck are more black plastic. The keyboard adds 4 pops of color with distinct, separated lighting zones along the keyboard. The Nitro 5 weighs in at 5.51 pounds and measures 1.6 inches thick, which is noticeable in a backpack but not crazy for a 15-inch gaming notebook. It's lighter than the Asus TUF Gaming F17, which is 5.73 pounds and measures 0.99 inches thick, but also has a larger 17-inch screen. The MSI Pulse GL66 is lighter at 4.63 pounds and is 0.94 inches thick, making it the smallest of the bunch. With its Intel Core i5-12500H and Nvidia GeForce RTX 3050 Ti, the Nitro 5 isn't the most powerful gaming laptop out there, but that's one of the sacrifices you make when you fall below $1,000. Still, you should be able to play most games well, though you'll have to turn down some settings to get high frame rates. I often go to control to test gaming laptops, because it's still a challenging game. In order to play it on the RTX 3050 Ti, I ran the game Index 1.0, which the developer recommends for most people and doesn't support ray tracing. On the medium preset at 1080, the game typically ran between 62 and 70 frames per second, including during combat. On the Shadow of the Tomb Raider benchmark's high settings, the Nitro 5 ran at 52 FPS, falling behind the Pulse in its RTX 3060. 68 FPS. This game didn't run on the TUF Gaming F17 when we tested it. Grand Theft Auto V. Very high wasn't a challenge for any of the systems. The Nitro 5 ran it at 61 FPS, coming ahead of the TUF Gaming F17 with an RTX 3050 Ti, but again losing to the Pulse at its GL66. Any gaming laptop worth its salt should also have some productivity chops. The Acer Nitro 5 has an Intel Core i5-12500H, 16 GB of RAM and a 512 GB SSD, which should be more than enough for getting a bit of work done when you're not gaming. On Geekbench 5, an overall performance test leaning heavily on the CPU, the Nitro 5 earned a single-core score of 1,652 and a multi-core score of 9,148. That's a handy improvement over the TUF Gaming F17 Core i5-11260H, with a multi-core score of 5,045. It also made handy gains over the MSI Pulse GL66, which used a last-generation Core i7-11800H. On our Handbrake video transcoding test, in which we have laptops convert a 4K video to 1080, it took 5 minutes and 58 seconds for the Nitro 5 to complete the task, outpacing both the Pulse 830 and the TUF Gaming F17 1036. The Nitro 5's 15.6-inch, 1080p display isn't particularly vivid, but at least it gets nice and bright relative to the competition. I used the Nitro 5 to watch the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, and found that while a bright orange sunrise looked okay on the Nitro 5, it didn't come close to how good it looked on other monitors I've watched it on. Cooler colors, like the blue in Thor's new suit, were more eye-popping. I hope you found this video helpful. It's my pleasure if you were helped a little at least. If you have anything to query for, please comment us below. Thank you for watching this video.